my name is Gonzalez, and for my Capstone project, I analyzed the global superstore dataset to identify trends in sales, profit, and operational efficiency. I used NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. So after introducing and doing a quick background on what the global superstore dataset consisted of, I began by doing initial data inspection, and then from there I did data cleaning, so which consisted of removing duplicates, data type conversion, white space cleanup, exploratory checks, and this consisted of just verifying unique counts in categorical columns such as city, country, segment, and region. And then from there I proceeded by dropping irrelevant columns, which was this column, as it only contained a constant value of 1 for all rows, which added no analytical value. And then I proceeded by handling missing values. After that, I proceeded with feature engineering. So with feature engineering, I decided to extract the year and month from the order dates, and alongside calculating the gross margin with a lambda function. From there on, I decided to do discount buckets, and with the discount buckets, I used an if and elif. And then I decided to dive more deep by doing shipping process time and days, and by calculating the shipping processing time, I decided to group by ship mode and calculate averages. One of the first insights I discovered was in shipping times using a box plot and heat map as shown here. I found that same day and first class shipping modes consistently process faster than standard or second class. This pattern held across all customer segments, suggesting an opportunity to improve customer satisfaction by prioritizing these faster options. From there, and these are my insights and my conclusions, from there I decided to analyze the top 10 states by profit and the bottom 10 states by profit. From these findings, I visualized that states like California and New York dominated in profitability, suggesting the strong market fit. On the other hand, several regions operated at a loss, indicating inefficiencies or potential pricing issues. From there, I proceeded by, and these were my insights and conclusions, and then I proceeded by doing the total profit by category and total quantity by category. So as we can see, technology is definitely dominating. And then from there, after trying to verify that technology was dominating in all areas, I did the customer lifetime value calculation to see the top 10 customers. So with the top 10 customers, I was able to see, I wanted to dive deep into each category. So as you can see, that technology was still making the most profit to these top 10 customers. And here I have my summary and key findings and business insights which demonstrated that technology dominated profitability. High value customers favor technology, and shipping speed does affect order processing times. Hello once again. This is my web scraping and data dashboard project where I built a full pipeline using Selenium, Pandas, and Dash to extract, clean, and visualize historical MLB event and player statistics from the web. I started off with Selenium to automate scraping from a baseball history website. First, I used CSS selectors to grab the list and of the years available on the site. And once I had the years, I had to navigate through each one and use class by tag name selectors to extract event links and detailed tables for each game. So once I extracted that data, I then began to extract the details, which, as said, I saved it into two different CSV files: event summary and statistics combined. And as shown here, here is the statistics table after scraping. Here is the event summary after scraping. Then after that, I proceeded to clean the data. This is the statistics cleaned. So it looks a lot much better, and then this is the events cleaned. So after cleaning the data, I proceeded by importing it to the dashboard. So this is just a quick outline of my work in order to load the data to the database. So after loading the data to the database, as shown here, we have the events cleaned, and then we have the statistics cleaned. And then from there, after loading the data to the database, I was able now to be able to query the data. So as here, when running the terminal, it'll show you baseball stats query menu. So if you select one, it'll list all the years available. If you select two, search events by year. Three by statistics, player by name, and then player stats with event details by year to creating my dashboard. So one thing I noticed and I decided to focus on was the most, since there was a lot of years, I decided to focus on the most past 10 recent years. And I also, there was a lot of overlap with team names, so I decided to just write these team options so the user can select on the drop down menu that I did. And here you go again. And then from there, I decided to lay out my render um, dashboard using HTML. And then the three callbacks that I did, so like the three um, graphs that I used were total team home runs for all 2015 to 2025, the top two players with the most home runs, and then from there I decided to do an event detail reflecting event details if a team was selected by the user and for that year. And I'll go ahead and show now render to creating my dashboard. So one thing I noticed and I decided to focus on was the overall. This is my overall MLB statistics dashboard on render. So as you can see here, as you can select years, I currently have 2019 selected, and I also have Los Angeles and New York, which is for Yankees and Dodgers. And then as you can see, I have the top two home run hitters for that specific year. And then I have an overall overview of all the top the total team home runs for the past 10 years from 2015 to 2025. And then here, since I do have Los Angeles and New York selected, all the event details with either New York or Los Angeles would appear for that specific year.